Okay, so for chapter 9 of the book The Earth is Weeping, this chapter is called The Buffalo War, and I'll do the same type of analysis I did to the other one. So for my notes, what I first wrote about is the people involved. In this chapter, we talk about Joisha Wright Moore and John Moore, which were entrepreneurs who turned Buffalo Heights into a booming leather trade, accelerating slaughter. Charlie Rath, rival hide merchants who stepped up at adobe walls, drowning hunters deep into treaty lines. Richard Dodge effectively greenlit hunters to follow the head south of the Arkansas. General Philip Sheridan. We also have General John Pope and Kicking Bird, who argued buffalo were the tribe's money tied to hold his people to peace, later coerced to select prisoners and died mysteriously. There was also mentions of Quada, also known as Parker, which was the Comanche war leader who fought at adobe walls, later concealed Quad days. Okay, for places and events, we have the Medicine Lodge Treaty of 1867, which is a reserved buffalo hunting south of the Arkansas for tribes hunters, later violated this deadline. Adobe Walls, which is a massive plain war party attacked by four sub-buildings and repelled by Hunter Sharp. We have Red River War of 1874 to 1875, the Perry Dog Loke Fork, then the Lehman Wagon, the Palo Duro Canyon, and the Sapa Creek. Oh, and also there was also spoke about the Fort Marlin in Florida, which basically imprisonment sits for selected rank leaders without trial. Basically just held them there. Okay. And then for ideas and technologies, we have a few, like the Sharp's 0.50 with telescope sights, which were a long-range killing power that stunned warriors at adobe walls. We have the hide market capitalism, extermination logic, converging columns, pony herd seizure, Sundance or war medicine, starvation, and lastly carcel policy, where prisoners quotas extrajudicial transports to Fort Marlon. For conflicts, we have the hunters and the capital versus tribal substance, which is basically how the treaty rights versus market driven hide hunters, ecological desertion as policy tool. We have the people policy versus total war, intertribal and intertribal splits, for example, war versus peace fractions, Kiowa divisions. We have rival commanders like Mills versus Mackenzie competition, different operational tempos and outcomes. Then we have justice versus expedience, and then vengeance cycles, and how they fought for long time with the same end goal repeatedly. Okay, and now I'm gonna talk about the purpose and how I made the connections to the historical narrative. So in this chapter, I think it traces how the commercial extermination of buffalo collided with treaty guarantees and tribal survival, igniting the Red River War. After the walls descripted the peace policy, the U.S. accumulated resources, denial warfare. Palo Duro Canyon was the turning point. By tripping mobility and food sources, the army exhaled large-scale resistance without wholesale slaughter. The resolution and surrenders, imprisonment without trial, auctions of pony herds, and enforced white man's road, and marks the shifts from nominal treaty of the South Plains tribals in the broader narrative of the United States, and expansion in it shows how like market forces and federal and military strategy remade the West by destroying the ecological base of indigenous life. And yeah, thank you.